Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Michael, aka Rickshaw, and welcome to Worship and Tribute Nerd. Today, we got some old school buddies of mine. If you don't know this, I used to tour and be a musician in a band called I Wrestled a Bear once, and we toured with these guys in Miss May I.
Yes, Christmas tour.
And if you don't know who they are
Levi.
And I'm Jerod.
And Jared's got some allergies today.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough here.
He never gets sick, so this is a big deal. This is like a once every couple years, so I know he hates this.
Yeah, I'm going through battle with myself right now.
You know, I don't ever get sick, but it seems like every time Stranger Things puts out a new season, I just start feeling under the weather.
Right?
Can't come in today.
It's an excuse. Yeah, I guess I gotta stay home.
So anyways, how's the tour been going, guys?
Tour's been awesome so far.
It has been awesome.
It's been great turnouts everywhere, and people have been showing up for 10 years later. A lot of people are coming up and be like, I saw you 10 years ago. We're like, what the fuck happened in between?
Right.
I saw you when this album came out. We're like,
back.
what?
Yeah. Like, what? Wait, you had other albums after that one?
Right.
Like, oh, yeah. But anyway,
We've been doing this every day
it's been
since.
great.
Yeah.
It's been a really good time.
So it's been a long time since we've seen each other, like I said.
Yeah.
So how has the last decade been for you?
Oh
guys?
man,
Jeez.
we're pretty much been doing the same thing since we saw you last. Just jamming, yeah.
Still tying everyone in the band. You know, sometimes things get unhinged. Like I wrestled a bear once.
Oh no, I think it's the best it's ever been now.
Yeah, really.
It's weird because I think we hit this like nostalgic sort of age of our band, and it's just made it a lot less stressful.
I feel like whenever you get older too, it's like if you're not getting easier and easier to get along with, the older you get, then there's something wrong.
Then you're an asshole.
For sure.
Yeah, that just means you're gonna be an asshole, like a grumpy old man.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like you could feel yourself evolving into a grumpy old man that respects everyone.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a good person, I guess.
No, I feel like the older you get too, you understand where all the grumpy old people come from. Like you're self-aware. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
that would piss me off too. Now I understand this whole time.
Like we've entered the age where like I sit around and go, what are these damn kids listening
oh
to?
yeah.
For sure.
Like, why they got all that stuff tattooed on their face?
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah. I know. I listen to top charts, and I'm like, this is what's popular. I'm like, what is?
Yeah. the
I'm so
popular
out of
song-
Right.
out of the loop.
Yeah, out of the loop, man.
The popular songs are always super weird, and then all the musicians that are younger than you just annihilate you.
Right.
Everyone younger than you is always better.
Yeah.
You just go to YouTube
Yeah.
and just watch a few of your videos. They're like, your stuff's old news.
Now it's
We're
like
faster,
now
stronger."
it's like 4-year-old shreds Steve Vai solo. It's like
Backwards.
50,000 hits.
Yeah.
Plays it left-handed
Goes away.
backwards, but he's right-handed.
Yeah. He did it just for fun.
Yeah, first try.
What kind of nerdy shit are you guys into?
My biggest nerdy one that's a weird one, and you would know if you ever came over to my place, is I love Pee Wee Herman. Like I like have a bunch of Pee Wee stuff, and I collect like Pee Wee stuff.
That is fucking
So my
awesome.
living room is like Pee Wee Herman themed.
Dude, if you would have told me that like prior to a couple weeks or something, I would have been like, I'm looking for some Pee Wee Herman shit. to
Okay.
buy, like straight up. Like I collect action figures. I collect like Marvel
Oh,
Legends.
okay.
So
Cool.
that's my thing. But I honestly saw at Alamo 2 or 3 days ago, they had Pee Wee's Big Adventure, and I was like looking at my girlfriend like, we need to fucking go to this shit right now. She's like, Pee Wee, really? I'm like,
Oh, it's the
you
best.
just
It's
don't
the
know.
best.
He's so good.
My last anniversary, my last birthday, from Pee Wee's Big Top, the circus trailer that they like live in the movie. They took the movie prop and remastered it into like an Airbnb out in Palm Springs in the desert, and we got to
That's
stay there for my birthday, and I was losing my mind because like we watched the movie inside the trailer, so when they're like, it's all painted exactly the same as it was in the movie, and I was like, this is nuts. And they have little Pee Wee toys all over the Airbnb. It's awesome.
That is amazing.
I love Pee Wee though. Yeah.
Man, when it comes to me, I'm just video games.
All right.
I'm into it.
What games?
Man, I'm into pretty much any game. If you give me a sword or anything and send me off on a quest to kill a dragon
So
or something.
like, let me think.
That's all
Devil
about
May
me.
Cry.
Devil May Cry was a fun game,
Yeah.
but I'm more into like open world games where I
Okay.
can like do more things rather than be stuck on the
Dark
storyline.
Souls?
Dark Souls is one of my jams. Even
yeah.
Demon Souls back in the day. I've done
See,
all
I never
those.
played Demon Souls.
You want a real challenge? You hit
Really?
that one up. Yeah.
See, I played Dark Souls 1 and 3. And
What
then
happened?
like Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, yeah, which is the same thing. Just
Right,
with,
right.
like rebranding. It's like Gothic time.
With less blocking and more rolling.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then have you ever played that game Sekiro? that they
Oh
just
no
came
no
out
no!
with?
A friend of mine, like whenever it came out, I was like, I'm a little strapped for cash. So so a friend I worked with was like, I'll fucking let you borrow it, bro. I got you. So he's like, this week he was like, I'll bring it to you at work.
It's intense, man.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I'm stuck on that last boss on that, and I can't.
Really?
I can't do it.
He told my friend David said he got to the end, the very last boss, and his son was like, I want to play, and he's like, okay, but make sure you start your own.
Deleted it right up. Yeah, that sucks.
So when you need to go back in time so you can switch out the memory cards the old school way.
I mean, that's a true test of parenthood, you know.
Yeah,
Do you
kill your
Do you
kid?
hit your kids?
but yeah, with the video games, I mean, I love all those. But when it comes to movies, any action heroes, anything like that,
Right.
Not. Yeah, you know what I mean. Superheroes, not really action heroes.
Right.
Not like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I
and
mean, I'm
stuff.
still into that.
I mean, he's still a badass, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So
Not real
yeah,
heroes.
superheroes, anything with powers and stuff that I wish I could do, I'm into.
Were you guys into like Avengers Endgame?
Oh yes.
So yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I know you can spoil it away for me. It doesn't bother me at all. I've heard
about
all
that.
the parts and everything by this point. I'd have to live under a rock to
I
not
mean,
know
yeah.
about
I
it.
mean, like with a movie like that, it's like you go Thursday night.
You have to.
Or you
You-
might
it's
know
over.
like
Yeah.
what happens.
Friday morning.
everything.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, and there we go.
Yeah, you're like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get on the old Facebook and see if my mother-in-law is still alive. Oh,
Yeah.
the end of Endgame is on Facebook.
Right. First thing.
Somehow someone has 45 seconds of HD footage. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw a couple of spoilers, and I like closed my phone so fast that I was like, maybe I didn't see
Yep.
that. Maybe it's not real, you know. So.
We couldn't get tickets on Friday, I remember, and we waited until Saturday with a bunch of friends. We had to just stay off social media for all
Were you on
Friday.
tour?
No, we were at home. It was just sold out.
Oh, okay.
The movie theater. The movie theater was just
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
Where you guys live at?
Well, then I was living in West Hollywood.
Oh, okay. I heard in the LA area, someone had like Thursday night premiere tickets, and they went on eBay and sold them in the LA area because there were so many problems. Apparently, like all of the most popular YouTubes, like most of them are from LA, like the ones that talk about nerdy stuff that I'm into. And they said that all day when tickets went on sale, it was just like you sat on the phone and it was like, you have a place in line in 3 hours. And then like they would sit there and then it would just disconnect. And they'd have to call back and then it would be like 3 more hours. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
it was crazy.
So
rough.
in the LA area, some kid had like the first showings, premiere tickets, 2 of them. He sold them on eBay for like $15,000.
That's
What?
insane.
Yes.
That's insane.
Someone rich,
So over-
someone that's
With YouTube
like,
money.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
just like $15,000. I gotta see it.
I would have paid 20, sucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I would let mine go for like $100.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
everyone was like, you would freak out, dude. Maybe
Yeah.
for $100.
Yeah, $100. I just
That is
spent $20 and I got
crazy.
100 out of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's a solid deal right there.
Dude, $15,000 though.
For movie
No
tickets.
brainer though. Drop
Where
it
do you
right
live now? Just,
I just moved back to Cincinnati.
okay.
Yeah, Ohio.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
right before this tour.
we should start when movies like that come out. We should start investing in movie tickets for opening night.
Yeah, right.
We have a
when the
little
big one
thing. I'll
comes
just
out.
camp out and we'll split the profits. Yeah.
Black Panther 2, that's the next one. That
Right?
Be.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of people.
Because
in
that
my
one will
town.
be rocking. You know, the
Oh,
first
it'd
one
be
was rocking,
crazy.
and it was like changed everything.
Yeah. Did you guys see the new slate for the Phase 4 movies?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't think any of them are fun.
No?
I
You
don't.
don't think so?
I looked at all of them. I was like,
Well, some of
I
them are
would
series
not.
though too, right?
None of them I would go to the theater for. They're all
No?
ones I would like download.
What? Not even Thor at the end?
No, it's because he's not. It's Natalie Portman's going to be main character for that one.
What? No.
Isn't she? That's what they're doing now.
Well,
they're like
they are-
making
they're
her.
doing that. They're
You
doing
know
that.
it's going to
But
be
listen.
so. Look at the logo. It is so going to be.
Well,
her.
it's the same guy who directed the last Thor Ragnarok, Chris Hemsworth,
which was a
still
great
gonna be
movie.
Thor. And then what's her name
Natalie.
playing Valkyrie?
Valkyrie.
Yeah,
I forget.
the
I
drunk
know who you're
chick.
talking about, though.
like
Yeah.
in Ragnarok. They
Oh,
team-
okay,
they team up. Anyways, and then Natalie Portman's coming back, so she's gonna be like a main character, but it's gonna be Thor like through the whole thing too.
Yeah, you can't just
know what I
take
mean?
out the main character of the movie.
Yeah.
I know.
Some
I'm just
girl
saying.
just
None of
say,
those I
"She's
was
Thor."
like. I'm just saying I wasn't
Thorina.
super. I wasn't that stoked. Like when they released the first slate of it, I was, come on. Like when you see the
Right.
first one, you're like,
But
we get 6 more Avengers? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That see, like I wasn't that like the original Avenger lineup. Okay, so I was always like back in the day, like X-Men. I've always been X-Men, and then whenever like you see the Avengers walk into an X-Men comic, you're like, oh, it's cool to see the Avengers hanging out with my X-Men.
Yeah.
And so like whenever they started the Avengers movies, I was like, these are pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think they've made me fall in love with those characters.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So they're doing a good job.
I always
because-
thought Thor was a lame character until the movies came out. I was like,
Right.
Thor's not a cool story, blah blah. And I watched. I was like, Thor's pretty badass. Actually,
Yeah.
he's the cool.
Sick. He has
Yeah.
like the coolest backstory.
He's the coolest.
I was
Like
always
a straight
like,
god, pretty much.
Yep.
I was always like skeptical about Captain America. I was like, oh yeah,
So badass.
There's Captain America. You know, he's Boy Scout, do-gooder. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
like I see Chris Evans.
Yep. Chris Evans.
in the Winter Soldier, and I'm like, damn, dude, I'm into this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
there-
a good
How
one.
they ended him
We
in
just saw that,
Endgame
actually,
was
the other
so. I got goosebumps thinking about how the Captain America ends on Endgame was. Oh, it's such a good ending. It's
Anyway.
good. You need to watch that.
I
dude.
need to.
So it's only like a 1.5 minute clip, and you're just like, "Yep,
Right.
I needed that."
Right. What kind of music you guys been listening to?
Oh my gosh, I
I'm
listen
the-
to everything. I have like a shuffle of everything. I always go to when I have Spotify, you know, and there's a release radar every Friday. And I love that
You
thing.
do
I'll just
love
let
that.
it rip, and I just start saving stuff, whether it's rap,
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. What's
Metal.
what's your thing you've been listening to lately where you just can't get enough?
There's this like pop band called the band Camino.
Camino?
Yeah,
Yeah, never heard of
or
them.
Camino or something like that. They fucking rock.
Yeah.
They're just a poppy band, like poppy little boy band.
I'm into pop.
They
bands.
rock.
I was one of those guys, like I was like a metal kid that was like, I don't like that shit. I don't like Fall Out Boy, get that shit out of my face. And then like I would like give it a chance on my own in like my room, and I'd be like, this is fucking jams.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
This is a great
Yeah,
I
song.
can't deny pop bands.
Yeah.
you know?
One of my favorite bands is 5 Seconds of Summer. They've always been like up
Yeah.
there.
Right.
Ever since their first album, I was like,
When
yeah,
they first
these
came
guys
out, you were
rock.
on that before they were big. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jared was on that before they were
was pretty
huge.
cool.
There's just sometimes you can't deny that like a band just jams though, you know.
Yeah.
And like there's like so I had a dumb moment to where my girlfriend's always like, "You like the Jonas Brothers?" I'm like, "No, I don't like the Jonas Brothers. Why would I like the Jonas Brothers? Look at me."
Yeah.
And then she's like listening to like live videos. It's like, damn, this song jams. These guys are good at harmonizing with each other. Oh my god, I looked up and it's the Jonas Brothers, and I was like, okay,
This is
I'm not
sick.
gonna deny
Yeah.
it. It was
Yeah,
pretty,
I like
it was
them,
pretty
yeah.
sick.
Their new album's awesome. I love top 40. That's like all I listen to is top 40 stuff. I just play it today. It's top hits.
What about you? What you got?
That's it. Top 40.
That's it.
That's what I love. Like whatever's.
What's
That's the only playlist.
you
I
can't
swear
get
to
enough
God.
of
Levi's a
all of
conformist.
the
Oh, what
top
I-
40.
He's a conformist.
I am. I'm like fair weather. I no. If I tell you the album I was listening to a lot, it's really probably super conformist. I love the new Lil Nas X album. It's so good.
Oh really?
It's so good.
My friend Fuzz.
I love that.
My friend Fuzz told me that EP is like really good.
It is good. It's hard too. There's some parts you're like, damn, this is sick. Like I just think of it live and I'm like, this would be such a good song.
I like it's fine. I'm not gonna look at you any less. than
I know
do
it's
now.
goofy shit. That's why I just like it. Like that's why I don't tell people. I just listen
One
to
of,
it. Like
one of my best friends, Fuzz, has like we just did a video called The Expert Opinionist because his opinion has always been like a big thing in our group of friends. Like he'll be like, "You like that? Oh fuck that. You're bullshit. You know that shit sucks. Take a look at yourself in the mirror and fucking know that sucks. And you're like,
you
and you're
put
just
you
kind
on
of
blast
like,
for
there's,
liking something.
and there's been times where I'm like, maybe I am the asshole for liking this or that, you know. But like, we did a video and I was like, Lil Nas X, what do you think? Does it suck? And he was like, I want to say it sucks, but it's pretty catchy.
Yeah, it is, dude.
Yeah, catchy is what.
I love that. I think that's why I like Top 40. I like catchiness of those kind of songs because like anything goes. Songs could be about literally like this like can of energy drink, and I'll be like, "Huh, that's a good jingle." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, it's awesome."
Oh, what was we were talking about on the ride up here? What was it? Roommate problems. You know, we're a heavy band called Roommate Problems. You got two vocalists, and they just
go at it. That's pretty good.
Like, go out about all that shit.
Why won't you do the dishes? Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, right.
The thumps have to be, and then like the kick will just go with like what a broom would be like. Dun, dun, dun,
But
dun.
it sounds like, honestly, Roommate Problems sounds like a pop punk band. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Why don't you do?
Roommate
Why don't you do the
Roommate
dish shit?
Probs.
Yeah, probs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd just be like two dudes yelling at each other on the shirt, cartoon dudes.
And you got to flip
Yes.
some of the letters upside down.
Right.
Yeah.
Or turn them into numbers or something.
Yeah, like
For
the
sure.
A's have to be V's now.
Right.
And
But they're growing up the roommates in their hometown. They've never left their hometown.
and then add some Roman
But they wanna
numerals
leave
at
the room
end as
out.
well.
Have you ever...
Like XIVIXX or something.
That reminds me of this question. When's the last time you looked on social media and saw someone that still typed capital, lowercase, all the way through their sentence?
Jody High Roller.
Oh, yep, he does that.
Yeah. Riff Raff still does it
Oh,
to
really?
this
Riff Raff does
day.
still
To
do
this
that, yeah.
day, he still does it.
It has to take some time too, because
It
sometimes
has to
how he
take so
spells some
much
stuff
time.
is so clever. I'm like, that's hilarious how you spelled that. I'm like, that would have taken me a
Maybe
while.
he's
to
got like a
figure it out.
modded phone or a modded keyboard.
He's got a team.
It's like,
He's
all
got
right,
a
it just
team
has
all
to-
day.
Kessler. Because you'd have to go like boom, boom. And then
It would take forever.
it would take a really long time. You got to go boom, 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 boom. It would be like a triplet. He was
Say, like,
triple,
hello.
triple.
Yeah.
Just, God, that'd be rough. It's impressive though, I guess. Sure.
All right. What? Anything else before we start to wrap things up? Anything you guys want to talk about?
Anything nerdy and cool.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I was going to drop for nerdy stuff. I do love Star Wars stuff, and I'm very excited for the Star Wars land.
Oh, the
I
Star
think
Wars.
That's cool.
Yeah, and all the new movies that are coming out, I think are going to be
Really
good.
cool. Yeah.
I've
you-
never really
have
been
you-
disappointed with a Star Wars movie.
I liked The Last Jedi.
I think they were all cool.
The new stuff has blood in it. The darker, like Disney
Yeah.
is doing really cool
Hell
with it.
yeah.
I know that everyone is like, everyone feels betrayed by like The Last Jedi, but I was like,
That was great.
I don't know why everybody's mad. Like,
Yeah.
I was like-
Betrayed why?
everyone thinks that they're like leaving behind the true spirit of
They
Star
totally
Wars.
are because they're Disney. They're making their own like
Pretty
footprint.
different. It's gonna
But
be
you have to
CGI
accept it
city,
because
but
that's
it's
just the future. It's
Right.
been 30 or it's been 40 years. Let
Yeah.
there be a new footprint.
Oh my
Exactly.
God.
We can't
Don't
just
mess
keep
with
putting
it.
I've
people
had
in
this
like
talk with
costumes
everyone.
and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you're happy with the story. It's not going to change. Let's do the new chapter.
Right. Have you guys
My favorite was
started?
Rogue One, actually, and I'm a
Oh,
big
really?
Star Wars fan, and that's like makes a lot of my Star Wars friends hate me that I say that's my favorite.
So what about the new movie? Are you starting to get hyped for that yet, or are you just letting it sit?
I actually don't like the new characters that much.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I have to watch it some more to get like really into it. I'm just not attached to the new characters as much yet.
Yeah.
Rogue One, I got really attached, but then they all die at the end. I'm like, damn.
Right.
I'm
You
like,
know
I'm like,
it's
this is great, and I'm like, they're all dead though. But I was like,
Yeah.
It was so funny too because watching it, and I knew the story. I'm like, this is weird. I wonder how they're gonna end this because everyone's supposed. Oh yeah, I'm like everyone's supposed to die, and they actually do all die.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Sort of is a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think the new characters just need to sink in a little bit.
Right.
You know.
I hate Kylo
But I
Ren
think-
because I think of him as the funny guy.
Oh, he's such a lame guy.
He's the worst person for a bad guy.
You're waiting for him
Well,
to
he's
just
still,
like
like,
put in the punchline.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Yeah.
for him to just be like,
nerds.
"Hey, what's up? You guys suck."
Are you
God,
what,
he's not
Girls?
scary at all.
Girls? Is that where you first saw him? The show Girls?
No, I've
Or-
never seen him in anything. I just looking at him.
You just
I just
think that
don't.
when you see him?
Yeah, he looks like a Napoleon Dynamite
He
guy.
looks like he reminds me of I forget his name, but the big nerd in Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Right.
The one like fuck you turd nuggets guy. Like
How can you see me?
He almost looks just like him.
Yeah.
And I think the first time I saw it, I mistaked it for him.
Right.
And I'm just like, how can I take this guy serious? Like
They need someone like
he's
chiseled.
literally just saying "fuck you, turd nuggets" in a movie that I saw last night.
Adios, turd nuggets.
Yep.
Yeah, and he acts like a little emo boy too.
He gets upset.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I'm so stupid.
Well,
he's the worst bad
See, I
guy.
think,
That's
like,
ruining Star Wars for me
silly.
a little bit.
See, I think that his character's supposed to be that way. It's like another Anakin. That's what like they're trying
Yeah,
to.
but they just
Yeah,
made it so lame.
I get it. Yeah, they just
He could have
made
been
it-
like a ripped, like scary dude with like a fucking like a scar from like they dropped him as a baby. Like just making him
They
so
dropped him as a baby.
something crazy. Come
How'd you
on.
get that scar on your face? Well, when I was
They
younger,
dropped
my
me in
mom
an
dropped me on
animal
the
cave and tried to
floor.
bite. I don't know. A lightsaber turned up. You know what I mean?
Then
Come
I
on.
killed her.
Yeah, something cool, man.
He sits there brooding, rubbing his scar, and he's like, "Mom shouldn't have dropped me."
Yeah, it's
the
like
galaxy
Sloth
is
from the
doomed.
Goonies.
I get it. Like if they're building up for where he's gonna finally be like, oh, now I'm just super evil now and blah blah blah. I get it. He's torn or whatever, but it was just too torn.
What do
Too
you think
torn.
about Snoke? You think he's coming back? You guys probably don't think about it that much, do you?
No.
No.
See, all my
don't.
friends are like nerdy enough to be like, they look at the trailer.
I was actually thinking about this last night.
They look at the trailer, like seriously, they'll look at the trailer and just watch it like 5 times and then be like, "Hey, Mike, let's talk about this. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think this is going to happen? Do you think that's going to happen?" And they're like, literally, like, it kept me up last night.
Mike, watch from
Why
18
couldn't you?
seconds to 35 seconds. What do you think's happening in
Like,
that
is
spot?
that a reflection of someone in the background? Who is it? Who is it?
Take a screenshot, zoomed in. I think it's this guy.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Is it R2D2? Is R2D2 behind all of
Look
it?
at the colors of the background. It's red, blue,
wouldn't
and white. It
surprise
could
me.
be R2D2 this whole time.
Like a spirit of the guy or something.
Right.
Yeah.
He still has his way.
That's the only other thing I'm probably nerdy about is Star Wars.
Right.
Star Wars and Pee-wee.
Do you got a lightsaber?
No, I actually used to have a lot of Star Wars toys, and when I had like the old ones, but when I was a kid, we had like a house fire. I lost them all, and I just never got stuff since then.
Whenever I lived with the band, I had a comic book collection from like whenever I was in 5th grade on through like high school,
Oh,
and our house got robbed when we were on tour, and so
Took
there
all
was
your comics.
they took all my comics.
Alabama?
Huh?
Was this in Alabama?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
It was such a bummer.
We never got to go to your place, but
Nope.
It was
you always
nice.
invited us. We just never came through.
It's hard.
Well,
It's hard to drive
you know
your
what I
van
mean.
and trailer to anywhere. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, anywhere
I've-
that's off of the path.
right. Exactly.
Are you guys within like walking distance of Zydeco? If not, we can't see it.
Yeah.
If not, we're not hanging out
I feel
tonight.
like lots of people don't realize that, like, whenever you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna stop and get some gas and maybe get a soda," and then you're like, "We lost 2 hours off the trip just for doing that."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What happened?
Yeah. We just got a soda.
Yeah, where his
Yeah,
time
right.
went. Yeah.
Because it's a chain reaction. One person gets out, and
Right.
then you hear another person jump out when that person gets back in. You know,
Yeah.
You're
That's
just
the-
like, why did you get out of here? We've been sitting here for
Yeah.
20 minutes, bro.
You wake up when the
Like,
last
you just
person's
decide
getting in
now
to go.
You have to take
Yeah.
a shit. Like, you know what I mean? And then you want to get coffee and a snack.
Right.
Like, come on.
I've been that guy and held it just because I didn't want to be that guy.
Right.
Like the last person got in the van, I just woke up and I'm like, man, I really got to pee. I'm like, everyone just got in though, and they just started the van.
That's
I'm
why
like,
I'm going to bottle.
I
Yeah.
can't be that guy. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm good. Let's just go. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mikey would be that guy, bottle guy, because it would just be like, we'd be like, "Mikey, I don't think you've pissed in like 3 days, right? Should we stop?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm good." And then you find like bottles of pee in your shoe, like it's like being used as a coaster.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
it's
So
holding
does it flip over, yeah.
still, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
Good old-
I know it
yeah.
too well.
Yeah, I know it
Right.
Go to
too.
switch
well.
benches with somebody, you're just like, oh, couldn't have cleaned up your little mess here.
Dude, whoever leaves pee bottles, dude, asshole move. Worst move.
Special place in hell for them.
right.
Yeah, special place in hell for them.
I know that. I try not to get that personal about people that aren't here, but there was definitely, like, Mike was such a pee bottle guy that when Courtney was in the band, like towards the end of it, like she'd be like, "Mikey, do you hate me?" He's like, "No, why?" And she's like, "When I say not to leave pee bottles in the van, I say to throw them out, and then you don't do that. That means you hate me and you don't respect me, and it means you want me to continue feeling uncomfortable." And he's like,
That's a great answer.
and he's like, "Well, I don't want that." And she's like, "Well, then can you please just fucking throw away your pee bottles?"
Oh, my God.
And I was like, and you know what's funny is I've taken that lesson and used Courtney's tone of voice towards children, and it's worked. So.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use that. What you just said, I made a mental note of like I'm gonna start that. Do you hate me? Why? Well, let me explain.
Yeah, let me explain what you.
Let me explain why what you're doing means that you hate me.
Right.
It's literally Dragon Fin.
Yeah, it's awesome.
God.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap things up. And
Thanks for having us on this, man.
Yeah,
dude,
thank you very much.
It's been fun. I would love anytime you guys are around. I would love to maybe catch up again and talk about what's nerdy at the moment.
Definitely
Yes.
after some of these. Well, hopefully it won't be too long, but after some of these Star Wars comes out and
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
these new Marvel movies.
Yeah.
What about DC? You into DC at all?
Like I love DC comics.
Yeah.
I just don't think they have the right people trying to make the movies.
No way.
They're jumping in too fast.
They are. They got dollar signs in their eyes.
Yeah. Well, they saw Marvel was rocking it.
Right, exactly. But the thing is with Marvel is like they got a bunch of people sitting around reading comic books going, "Oh shit, you know what we could do? You know what we could do?" And then I feel like at DC they got a bunch of people going, "How fast can we get to the money?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Marvel's releasing this cool movie next year. We
They
need
raced
to
to
release something else.
Yeah.
They raced to the Justice League is what they wanted.
Yeah,
Because
that's
they wanted
true.
to be their new Avengers.
Right.
But then Marvel was already doing shit in the past. They already had so many Hulk movies. And
Right.
They already had Iron Mans and all this kind of stuff. They were building their pyramid scheme.
I mean, I feel
way-
like the
way
beauty
before.
in comic books is like they come out one issue a month, you know, like whatever the title is, and they just fucking they like pepper you with like something that might happen in the future that they haven't even planned yet.
Yeah.
They're just like some guy on a phone with a scar on his face going,
See you
kill
next time."
Spider-Man. And you don't see him in the comic again for 3 years, and somebody, there's at least one person that's like, I've read every fucking Spider-Man comic for 3 years to find this out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the beauty.
know
of
this
just
guy.
taking your time.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
I was just wondering, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I like DC. DC, there was a point in time like last year where like everyone was like, DC Comics is killing it.
Yeah.
But the movie sucked.
Aquaman though.
Shazam was good.
Aquaman is sick.
See, it
And
was
I'm
too
a big fan
corny
of
for me.
Jason
It
Momoa.
was too corny for me.
Corny? How's it corny, bro?
Okay, corny, as in there's a point in time where he says like one of his one-liners, and I swear there was a guitar in the background.
Probably was.
like he straight up was like, "Dry off," and it was like,
That's sick, dude. That's
to an extent,
That's
it is
just
sick.
like
It is sick.
That's
But
just a comedic genius. Whoever's back there, whoever composed like whatever was going on for that movie, it was just like, oh, that's a sick one-liner.
So James, the funny thing about
Yeah.
that movie is James Wan directed it. He directs all sorts of horror movies. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But I mean, it
so-
was
DC
like
stuff
down
is
in
dark.
the depths. You remember when he's going down into the abyss?
Mm-hmm.
That part is creepy as shit.
I honestly love the fight scene with Black Mantis, where he's like,
Yeah.
that part was awesome.
That part was cool. But
Right.
I'm just saying when all those like creatures are like swarming
Yeah.
around them and they're
Yeah.
going down, dude, it gave me the chills because I'm like,
I just feel like they
This is
The
crazy.
one thing they do is like, even when there's a fun movie, like you don't feel like you know the character that much. Like you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you're just like, okay, what's gonna happen? Oh man, big spectacle, big sea battle.
There's
But
no
you don't-
development.
Yeah, you don't like
Yeah.
care about the character. And then
Yeah.
they're like Superman, he's dead. Like, we just met him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly. He's dead.
And then he's like, oh, now he's back.
I don't hate Superman, but I hate him sort of as a character.
Right.
Or as a superhero because I feel like he's just that kid or that character that another kid made up when you're like, oh, well, my guy can like do this and that. And then
Yeah.
you're like, well, my guy's indestructible and he's the fastest ever and he's
Yeah.
indestructible. Like, you can't even hurt him except with a moon rock from space.
No, and I
you
feel
can't
like
find.
I feel
Fuck
like
you, dude.
And I feel like the other kid made
He's
that
like, invisible
that part
shield.
Up.
Like, fuck you.
Like I feel like the other kid made that part up. Well, I have a moon rock and it makes you weak. And then the kid's like, "What? No."
Yeah, right. But I mean, yeah, you know, you just can't pull every single superpower and put it into one guy.
Right.
Like, okay, well, yeah, there's the fast guy. He's the fast guy. It's like, oh, that's the flying guy over there. That's the stormy guy. And it was like, no, you can't just have one guy who is the fast guy and the super strong guy and the laser vision guy. And
I don't know if anyone has ever addressed this, but like when Superman uses his super breath, do you think that shit's funky or like?
stanky breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I bet.
Yeah.
maybe that's part of the part of the attack.
Right.
You know, not only is it super chilly or whatever, but it's like,
Or maybe
like,
it's
you know what I
maybe
mean?
it's warm and he has to have mints though. That's what makes it cold. You know what I'm
Super
saying?
mints.
Super mints.
And maybe he just went to Olive Garden. He has Andes. And Andes.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay. So now we'll wrap things up. It's funny that when you say you're going to wrap things up,
Yeah.
there's
Tangent,
like the
that's how it
last.
goes.
Taking
for
more
sure.
Stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for doing this, guys, and good luck with the tour. And when's the new album coming out?
We're probably gonna do some stuff later next year.
Tight.
Take
Tight.
off the winter and write.
Tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You excited?
Very excited.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming now.
Cool.
2 years now.
2 years plus, on
Yeah.
our last album cycle. So
Yeah.
So
it's about
we're
that
gonna-
time.
We're gonna dig down once we get home and
Screw
at
winter
least,
touring.
Nice.
Like we're always sort of writing, but continue and really dig it. You know how it is.
Right. If you like the video, hit the like button, leave us a comment. Tell us which Miss May I guy is your favorite. I like Mimi Siku. Justin.
Yeah, it was Justin for sure.
Yeah, we gave him the nickname Mimi Siku. Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, so like in Jungle to Jungle, the show with Tim Allen, the movie with Tim Allen, the boy in that movie looks like Justin.
Okay.
And we started calling him Mimi Siku. And I think he was either mad or really into it.
He's probably mad.
He's probably mad for sure. Mad.
He's probably mad,
Yeah.
and then it was like, I don't know why they keep calling me this.
I don't get it, but whatever. Yeah.
Well, my old band had a thing with nicknames and just like giving them to people. And
Yeah.
and then whether they liked it or not, we're just gonna call you this. We'll
yeah.
call you meat. Yo,
That's how
meat
it happens.
chops.
That's how it
Yo.
happens. Our merch guy is his nickname is Lil Dig Drip.
All right.
And nobody even knows
Means
why.
nothing. Yep.
He was like, one day I woke up from the hotel and I came down to the van and you guys were just calling me Lil Dick Drip, and
My mom
I
even calls him
didn't-
Little Dick Drip.
he's like he's like, I didn't respond to you guys because I figured you would just stop, but you just
Yeah.
kept
Right.
doing
He's
it.
like, that means nothing. I'm like, it's hilarious. Lil DD, Little Dick Drip.
Yeah, nobody
dripping
knows
all
where it
over the
came
place.
from. We were probably just
Yeah.
maybe smoking or something outside, and somebody was like, Lil Dick Drip.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All
know
right.
how it is. All right.
All right. Well, we're out of here. Thank you, Miss May I.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
See you later,
nerds.
You're watching Worship and Tribute Nerd. Like it up.